Hello, you have true feelings and false feelings. As OCD sufferer, you should know that from the beginning, so that you tell the brain what he should do. From the beginning, your brain should know, is this a false feeling, a false thought, a false message, or a true feeling, a true thought? From the beginning. The more you become late, the more the OCD thoughts or feelings entered your consciousness, destroyed most of the city. So you should catch him before he enters the city. Okay? Before he enters your brain, I mean. Okay? So this is why from the beginning you should relabel. You should put a label on this feeling, on this body sensation, on this thoughts, on this emotion. You should put a feeling, this is OCD. Then your brain will know this is an OCD, so he can proceed with the next step. False feeling or false emotion or false thoughts. Okay, let me, with real feeling, real emotion, real thoughts, these real emotion, real feelings, real thoughts is very important. Why they are important? Because you can analyze them, you can think about them, then you decide to choose or to do something. With the false feeling and false thoughts, the more you look at it, the more you think the false thought, so the OCD thought or the obsession, the more you think about it, the more you delve in it, the more you overthink it, the more you are catched, the more you are engrossed, the more you are melted with the obsession. So you cannot go away, and the more you will analyze the obsession, the more you will analyze the false thought or the false feeling or the false emotion or the false sensation, body sensation. The more you do that, the more you are engrossed and the more you are enticed and captivated and you are melted with the obsession. Okay, so you can do anything with the obsession, with the false feeling, with the false emotion, with the false thoughts. You can do anything but give them importance. So I mean, you should throw them, you should not, you should neglect them, you should not care about them. Neglect them. Okay. How do you do that? By relabeling it. So you relabel them so that you can, so that your brain will know the truth about them. Okay. We shall do that by mindfulness. Why? Because mindfulness try to look to these obsessions without adding, without commenting, without reacting. So it lets you know the truth about these signals and obsessions and feelings. This is why mindfulness is important. When you are mindful of your brain messages, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, when you are mindful of that, you will know if they are uh, according to your values and goals, your true values and goals or not. Because our definition of the obsession, of the OCD fake signals, so our definition of the fake signals, of the fake emotion, of the false emotion, false thoughts, false feelings, is that they try always to take you away from your real goals and feelings. It is very important. Okay. Now I want to come to the metaphor of the fisherman. If the fisherman throws the hook without a bait, to catch a fish, then he will not catch any fish. He will catch nothing. So what the fisherman do? What the fisherman uh, does? He put a bait on the hook so that he can attract fish. He can attract a fish or fishes. Without this bait, he cannot attract. He cannot attract any fish. Okay. Precisely the same thing with the OCD. OCD knows your values. He knows exactly your goals. He will send you a message, send you a signal, send you a thought, send you a feeling, send you an emotion, precisely against these false signals and emotions. Precisely against these values and goals. He will always send you messages against your values and goals. Why? To try to attract your attention. Then he will grab your attention so that you think, analyze, overthink, overanalyze the messages. If he if OCD throws only a hook without a bait, then he will not catch you. So OCD will always try to throw to you a bait. This will be something that you get horror of it, you get feared of it, you get afraid of it. Then you will try to analyze, overanalyze, overthink. And of course, I have already said that the main difference between false messages and real messages is that in the false brain messages, the more you try to think, it is like electricity cable. The more you think, the more you are captured, you are grabbed, you are trapped in the thought. Okay, so but if in the beginning, if you relabel it, you catch it, you say, no, this is OCD. I know it, this is OCD. You know it that this is an OCD. Why? Because you didn't add any information. You didn't make a comment. You didn't analyze it. If you analyze it, then you will discover that it is against your value, against your goals. But this is, I feel that this is me, that this OCD signal is me. So you are trapped more and more and more and more. So from the beginning, if you catch it, this is the secret. From the beginning, if you catch it, you relabel. You say, this is OCD. I know it. You put a label. You have a lot of thoughts, emotions, false emotions, false feelings, false sensations. But on all of these sensations, emotions, feelings, you put one label. This is OCD. Then you are telling yourself, your brain, take care. This is an OCD. Be careful. Try not to think. Try not to analyze. Try not to judge. Try not to add anything because this is OCD. Simply know this truth that this is an OCD and go do something in the direction of your goals, of your values. Simply the task at the hand. What we were doing before the attack of the false signals and false obsession. So this is extremely important. All the mindfulness exercises that we are taking in this step, especially in this step, in the first step, in the relabeling step, or labeling step, or recognizing step, whatever you call it. All these mindfulness exercises is so that you can catch the obsession, you can catch the false signal from the beginning, and you label it, you say it is an OCD, so that you don't go to the content of this message, of this fake message, of this fake signal, of this fake feeling, of this fake or false emotion. Okay, because at the moment you enter, the more you enter, the more is the attraction. While in normal thought or feeling, it is not like that. You can think, you can overthink, you can analyze, you can judge, you can test, you can measure, and anytime you want to go away from this uh, message or from this thought or feeling, you can do it. And anytime you can come back, you reanalyze it, you measure it, you do it, because this is a real feeling, a real thought, a real sensation. But with OCD, with the fake feeling, fake emotion, false feeling, false thought, false sensation, it is not like that, because it is the disease of OCD. This is the disease of OCD. The disease of OCD can let you feel that it is the truth, that these feelings, that I am a criminal, I am unreligious, I am that, I am that, I am that, that this is real. You feel it as a real. So this is the disease of the OCD. So relabeling in the beginning, the first step, this is why it is called the first step. In the beginning, you label it, you say, oh, it is an OCD. This is OCD. Then you know now the truth. It become easier. I don't say that, oh, the problem is solved and this is no. I say that it's become more and more easier for your brain, for you to proceed to the next step. Okay, so it is extremely, this is why we are doing the mindfulness exercises, so that we don't get trapped in the false messages. We know it from the beginning, we label it OCD. This is OCD, I know it. Okay,